Hi, my name is Emilda, and I'm going to be talking to you about hydraulic fracturing, or just fracking. We humans use a lot of oil and gas. Am I wrong, or am I right? The Middle East is a huge supplier of liquid petroleum, while the U.S. has a lot of natural gas reserves. Natural gas has a lot of pros, but the way of getting it has a lot of cons. But for right now, let's just focus on the pros. Natural gas is what heats up the water at our houses. Natural gas is a lot cleaner and more efficient than coal when burning it. And when natural gas spills, it just vents it back into the atmosphere, so we don't have to worry about cleanup like we would with oil, because oil slicks all over the ocean and it makes a really big mess. Now, the process of getting this natural gas is called fracking. And fracking's been around since the 1940s. It's not anything new, but we're just bringing it back and making it more up to date. Now, what fracking is the breaking of shale formations under the ground, and this actually runs a long ways deep into the ground, at least more than a mile, and at extremely high pressures, fluids are shot into the ground, and it cracks up the shale, freeing the hydrocarbons, making a path for them to go up back into the well. And that's basically how fracking is done and how we get natural gas. Now, we think fracking is great and all, but there are some cons to it, like everything does. Like any other way of getting fossil fuels out of the ground, this process is very expensive, and it actually takes more than 7 million gallons of water to get these hydrocarbons out of one well. This is just one well, and it uses 7 million gallons of water. That is very costly. This water isn't just 100% pure water. It contains sand that helps the shale formations break, and 700 chemicals. Some of these chemicals that I have listed here are mercury, radium, and lead. All of these chemicals are toxic. When we think of mercury thermometers, and how if we break one at school, we have to evacuate the school and have somebody clean it up properly. And these people are using mercury in this water to help get natural gas. To make matters worse, sometimes these chemicals contaminate nearby groundwater. And we use this nearby groundwater for our city's drinking system, and it's not safe. At least 1,000 cases of sensory and respiratory and neurological damage has been recorded of nearby fracking sites and cities. This is because only 30 to 50% of the water used in fracking is recovered. The rest of it is just left back in the ground. And these companies are only fined a small amount, a small amount to them, because they're making a lot of money. And they just go on with their other processes. And like any other way of getting any other fossil fuels out of the ground, greenhouse gases release from fracking, and it contributes to global warming. This isn't a shock because it happens with any other processes. But one of the biggest and most overlooked cons to fracking is earthquakes, and this is mostly common in places where fracking is done, like Oklahoma and Texas. Earthquakes have been correlated to the use of fracking, and homeowners are very upset of fracking because their houses aren't built to withstand earthquakes, because earthquakes, they didn't think about earthquakes when they bought their house. And so this has homeowners very upset. Now, there are solutions to fracking, and, not solutions to fracking, but, other things that we can do instead of fracking so that we may help other people and their problems. And this is by promoting energy fuel alternatives, like using solar panels. It's just like any other thing. It is expensive, but it doesn't produce greenhouse gases, and it's a lot cleaner for our Earth and doesn't contribute to global warming. We can try boycotting fracking, and we can try to educate the public like I'm trying to do in this video. I don't know how helpful it's been, but I am trying to do it. And we can try new water techniques. This is mostly for the big companies. We can try to get them to recover more water that they used from the ground so that it doesn't contaminate our drinking systems and make it a lot safer for us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that fracking isn't all it's fracked up to be, and that we should promote other ways of getting natural resources to use for energy. And thank you for watching this video.